And hello, folks. I'm Tom Vickum. Going to do the generic kind of weather here for you, and then Nick Mickels will come on a little bit later with a flood-focused program here. So, Zenlaw Weather's got you covered. And I'm going to start you off with some rainfall totals I actually collected through 4 o'clock here in the metro area. 5.81. That was in the Cherokee Village area, not far from the South Traffic Circle. I had over 6 inches in a gauge closer to the traffic circle, though, in Alexandria. Over on the Pineville side, the 6.5 is on Military Highway. And so that is one of the reasons I put out that statement middle of the afternoon, or earlier than that, about the kind of an enhanced risk of flash flooding in the metro area. Let's move on. Gina got hit pretty hard today at 6.23, and I'm saying this, the rain's not over, so there's still going to be more rainfall between now and midnight in almost all of these locations. Going into Colfax, 211, 129 in Winfield. Big rains in Natchitoches, Manny. Look at Leesville, over 5 inches there. Over just a tad over 4 inches in DeRidder. Oakdale got away so far with an inch. Opelousas, down in that area, the heavy rain hasn't penetrated and gotten down there yet. Just a few hundredths of an inch. Good rains in Avoyelles Parish. Some locations certainly have gotten much more than what we're showing here, but that's the latest report through 4 o'clock at Bunkie and Marksville. Going east out of Gina, Jonesville, 205, and Vidalia, not quite 2/10 yet. Now, let's check out some of the tower cam views. This in Alexandria from Texas Street Sentinel broadcast. You can see low overcast, still seeing some raindrops falling here. Let's go down to the south in St. Landry, where we're seeing just a little bit of reduced visibility now, kind of the first rain in that location. And Gina has been hit so hard today, things are looking like a little bit of reduced visibility, still a little rain falling in that location. And over toward Natchitoches, we've got Sibley Lake, overcast, low clouds. I don't see any visible raindrops falling, but there is another band of rain back up in that area. In fact, we'll take a look at radar right now. I want you to see a couple of things. First of all, the overall organization to this, and I'll go back an hour with the motion. First of all, notice the band, which came in out of the northwest, moving slowly to the southeast. I'm not quite kidding. If a turtle got excited, he could outrun this thing just about. But again, the rain persists. We're getting a break right now in the northwestern areas. From time to time, some of this kind of fires up a little bit. Notice the inflow. Notice this convection out in the Gulf of Mexico moving toward the northwest. There's an energy source, a moisture source feeding into this band. And so what we expect to happen is that this band will be a little bit forward propagating, albeit at a very slow rate. And so the heaviest rain, the axis of heaviest rain, should continue to shift slowly to the southeast during the evening between now and midnight. However, the HRRR model is showing maybe some redevelopment back and some filling in back up to the northwest. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. If that occurs, the pattern will be set up for more folks getting more heavy rainfall. If the first pattern I mentioned verifies, then folks who have already had the heavy rainfall will have less, and the heavy axis will shift south and east of the Alexandria Pineville metro area. Right now, the heaviest rain is occurring in Avoyelles, Catahoula, Concordia parishes, and down in Allen parish right now. In fact, let me put the warnings on there. Our flash flood warnings continuing for portions of Grant, LaSalle, Catahoula, Concordia, Avoyelles, and Rapides parishes until various times into the evening. All right, checking out your satellite and radar. Here's the winter storm still twisting around, weakened though, as it lifts to the northeast. The front is actually closer to it. It's more in this position right here. And then, of course, tropical storm Tropical Storm Raphael remains in the Gulf of Mexico, and the convection being stripped away from the center of it. But notice that some of that moisture is coming up into central Louisiana, and that's one of the reasons we had this high octane fuel source today to feed the rain. All right, flash flood risk remains high to the south of us, as I indicated. Again, Nick Mickels will clean some of this up later in more detail. Futurecast, this is the HRRR model showing through 7 o'clock. Rain and storms mainly from a DeRidder to Colfax, Gene Line, south and east of there, not much happening to the northwest. And once we go in toward midnight, most folks are asleep, but that model still shows at least some hit-miss action continuing. And for tomorrow morning, as we get ready for church and Sunday school, we've got scattered showers and a few thunderstorms persisting through the morning. But by the afternoon and evening, pretty good improvement indicated there, as much lower rain chances will come into the forecast. And then back on Veterans Day for 7 o'clock in the morning, looks like we've got maybe some fog coming back into the area by that time, but the rain chances close to nil. I did retain 10% though for that on Monday for Veterans Day. We're taking a look at the tropical system now, Rafael, in the Gulf of Mexico. Once again, shear has and dry air intrusions have dislodged the structure to this. So what we're looking at here is a tropical storm, a 50-mile-per-hour tropical storm, as it has weakened. Certainly, that was once a Cat 3 hurricane back before it came all across Cuba. National Hurricane Center continues to suppress this path southward out of influence from a couple of fronts that will come through, and I've got those in the 7-day forecast for you in just a bit. Two fronts up here on the continent should limit any northward extension of this northward movement. In fact, the Hurricane Center does believe this will be pushed back down into the southwest Gulf of Mexico as we head in toward the middle of next week. So we'll see if that happens. I would prefer to kind of just say, well, this is going to meander around for several days and not commit to that southwesterly thing. But, I respect their forecast certainly as well, because I have seen some models doing some crazy things with this. And we know that tropical systems can do that. All right, 7-day forecast in for you. 70% chance of rain and a few thunderstorms lingering tomorrow. Nowhere near the rainfall amounts that we saw for today, but some of you could certainly get additional rainfall there. That would be mostly in the morning time. I think we'll see some fog for Veterans Day early, so out there early. Be careful. Could be dense. Looks like it could be dense. And then for Tuesday, well, your first day without rain in a few, with a pretty good day behind the first front, which comes in the Sunday, Monday time frame. In between Wednesday, out ahead of the next system and front, a moisture trap develops, scattered showers and thunderstorms back in the forecast for Wednesday and Wednesday night, preceding the second front. So the second front, Wednesday, Thursday time frame. And then after that, look what happens as we see a downturn in the nighttime temperature readings. Finally, something getting down closer to normal, but still above normal. We should see 40s in those lower number columns there. We're not seeing it. So again, remaining warmer than normal, but the days will be pleasant Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week. And we won't forget about Raphael, but you might be tired of tracking him, but Nick and I will keep up with him. We understand how crazy some of those things can be sometime. All right, Nick Michaels will be up in just a bit with a flood-centered program, and then he'll see you tomorrow, and I'll be in the forecast center tomorrow as well. Take care and have a